Ladies and gentlemen, first leg Gerwyn to throw first. Game on!
In a short space of time, not just the 3 meetings in the last 7 days, but they hadn't played at all before the Grand Slam of Darts
58.
last year. Of course, Durrant hadn't got a PDC Tour card even then. They're all pretty significant, the meetings between this pair. And it looks like this one is going to follow suit.
100.
We've seen Glen Durrant average 110 against Price last weekend. Price then claimed he smashed up Durrant. He won 6-2 in Barnsley midweek. He produced a perfect leg to beat him in the Prague tournament, the Czech Darts Open, when he won 6-4. And they have had a semi-final meeting before.
97.
That was when Durrant won his first PDC title.
Yeah, so every event has been significant for some reason.
And the first one that I mentioned was a group stage match, which Gerwyn Price won 5-4, and it was Price and Whitlock that progressed from that group. Glen Durrant was very, very unfortunate to go out.
83.
Could have been a very different Grand Slam with Glen Durrant floating about in the knockout stages.
134.
Nicely done by Price. Leaves himself the double 18. You'll see that left quite a bit in this match, I would think. Does a big fan of that particular double.
100. Going to require.
Used it to good
36.
effect against Darrell Gurney, seeing him off 6-4 with 100 average.
Game shown the first leg.
Gerwyn Price, a 13 darter, makes a strong start to this semi-final. It is first to 7, remember, in the semis. Extended format.
Yeah, last time they played over this format, Duzza posted an average of 109 and change. Price was well over the 100 mark as well. Something similar, please, gents.
140.
Well, when you've got 2 players who have played each other a number of times, and it always seems that one of them, if not both, is firing top stuff in those games, then surely that's an incentive to be up for it. Saw Gerwyn start his campaign here with an absolutely spellbinding performance against Carl Anderson, 106 average, but he hasn't hit those heights since. Joe Mernon was seen off with a 96. It was only a 94 against Nathan Aspinall. He's going the wrong way. Gezi.
$57. Glen, you require 116.
Oh, we could see that double 18 come into play again. Chooses to go downstairs
Game
to leave himself on top. 116 checkout, levels up this tie.
13 darter from Price, 12 darter
123.
in response from Durrant. Great start to this one.
$95. $134.
Peter Wright and Rob Cross in the other half of the draw. One of those two will make the final. Will it be Peter Wright, 6 Euro Tour titles to his name, or Rob Cross, who hasn't won one yet?
140. $124.
Can he fill it up? He can. First 180.
120. $80. Glen, you require 86.
Well, he's bought himself this opportunity with that maximum.
Game
And And that's a burst of 5 perfect darts from Glen Durrant to break Price's throw and move into the lead. Superb stuff. Muttering away, furious with himself, Price.
Yeah, he does look a little bit frustrated there, Gezi Price. There you see the numbers early on in the match. We know that the pair are capable of staying somewhere in that territory. I mean, maybe not quite that high, but who knows?
Well, it does in fact, it was his very first game in the qualifiers for the so his first Euro Tour qualifier that he turned up to in the PDC. His very first game, he averaged 116. So it isn't beyond the realms that he posts something in the 100-teens. Gerwyn Price has posted stuff in the 100-teens this year already. That great weekend where he won both Players' Championship titles, he was posting enormous numbers all weekend.
Looking to battle back from being broken.
54.
Apart from that Czech Darts Open match and the one that was decided by a single leg in the Grand Slam group stage, despite the numbers and the quality that the pair of them have been producing, they haven't really had a really dramatic, close battle.
98.
Yeah, the quarter-final win for Gerwyn midweek was 6-2, and it's usually 2-3 legs difference between them. It's a break of throw, mostly.
32.
But it does mean that there may just be one little chance somewhere for Gerwyn, and he has to take it. This might be it.
Well, this would cancel out the break
60.
that Durrant has just bagged.
53.
Double top. He's been hit and miss here all weekend.
33.
And it's miss and miss on this occasion.
Glen require 90.
Staying on the 20s. Nice safe one to give himself a dart at the bullseye for 3-1.
65. Going to require 20.
Another chance.
Game short.
This time it is taken. The Iceman remains ice cool on the surface.
Game on.
There you see Gerwyn Price, 42%. That's all right. That's kind of where he'd expect to be for the event. Glen Durrant missed 17 darts at double against Michael Rosenauer. Now, if he hadn't finished so abysmally in that clash with the German, then Duzza's finishing stats would be actually really, really good.
It is a key factor in Glen Durrant's success. So Price slightly outscoring Durrant.
121.
Wow, just look at those numbers. This is what these two do to each other. Just seem to spur each other on, bring out the best in each other.
Well, the bull up in the back room was one visit each. Glen Durrant 25, Gerwyn Price bull.
58.
And that's kind of
Going to require 131.
an idea of how their games go, isn't it? Whatever you do, I'm going to go to the next level.
91.
Gerwyn Price is a player who certainly has gone to another level in his darts. Last year, playing some incredible stuff. The Grand Slam victory, of course, it was controversial, but ultimately it was brilliant. And a 13-darter isn't too shabby. The lead has changed hands as many times as it possibly could in this match so far. 13, 12, 11, a 16-dart aberration from Gerwyn Price, where Duzza had actually thrown 18 in that leg.
100.
And then backs it up with a 13-darter. Top stuff from two top players in the world of darts. Glen Durrant may only be ranked 41st in the world, but that's only because he started from 0 in January.
Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the dramatic darting dust-up between this pair that we've been waiting for. I've seen the last couple of matches a bit of a procession for Peter Wright and Rob Cross. Cross, who has still just dropped a couple of legs in the whole tournament.
Yeah, it's been a cruise for Rob Cross. Let's see if he'll be tested by Peter Wright. These two testing each other. Glen Durrant with his second maximum. Could be another 4-visit leg
83
for the Middlesbrough man.
Require 81.
They'll set it up and leave double 16.
49.
Curiously, if Glen Durrant were to go on and claim his maiden Euro Tour title here tonight, £25,000 in ranking money, that would put
81.
him within 250 quid of Raymond van Barneveld in the world rankings. Catching up Barney, the 5-time world champ, in less than a year. And he looks set like he's going to be one of the seeded players at the World Championship.
100.
Yeah, very impressive first year, not dissimilar to that of Rob Cross, who went on to win the World Championship at the end of his. Of course, Glen Durrant comes with much more pedigree than Rob Cross, who we'd only previously seen on the Challenge Tour and as a qualifier, an amateur at the UK Open.
137.
Well, look at that, 106 averages almost for the pair of them. Knocking lumps out of each other on the board.
57.
Just the one miss from Durrant. That was at a bullseye for the 90 checkout in the fourth leg. It was punished.
Yeah, well, it was actually the same exchange because Gerwyn Price had just missed his 2 darts at double before that. Everything apart from that little spell of play has been perfect in terms of finishing.
Going to require 146.
Does he stay there? Switched across.
126.
Enjoyed that one.
You think? Does Adair give it him back if he fills this up? Well, some kind of cry, but not the one we wanted to see.
Double 5.
No score.
And only gets 2 darts at the double in that visit.
121.
Treble 17 gives him a dart at the bull again. He just strays into the 3, and you can see how annoyed he was with that.
Going to require 20.
2 10s. Just shifting across slightly to the left to open up the angle, back up to that double 5.
Game shot in the 7th leg.
Go on, Gerwyn. It's a cry from Price.
96.
Very, very intriguing battle developing here. The numbers are good. There you see both players. This is probably a match.
121.
The match over the course of the weekend where we've seen both players produce such big numbers. The only one I can really think of that has been something similar was
Kyle Anderson.
Yeah,
was pretty decent.
That's it, both players averaging in 3 figures at the end of it.
96.
In fact, although he didn't get over the 100 mark, you could say at the same stage Glen Durrant against James Richardson was something like that as well.
But did James Richardson end up with an average just over the ton in that one?
He did, yes.
One.
Lost it 6-3.
Can he fill this up? Not quite, and his face will tell you he felt like maybe he needed to.
Well, it would have meant he would have been coming back for a much more makeable outshot here.
Going to require 144.
But he might make this one.
He might make this one. And does do. Listen to that.
Price pounces with a 144, his highest checkout of this tournament. And that might just be the turning point, the moment that sees Gerwyn Price take control of this match. You can see Glen Durrant just trying to regroup. A little bit flawed by the finish. Gerwyn Price now holding all the aces, but the big licks have been followed by nothing much.
Well, in a game where both men are averaging over a ton, they're winning legs typically in 5 visits to the board, and you've just seen the value of 12 dart legs. There we see it's only a couple of legs that have taken longer than 5 visits, the 4th and the 7th. But Gerwyn, that 12 darter has got a break of throw, opened up a 2-leg gap for the first time in this match. Look at this, the Risa crowd chanting for their champion. He hasn't had as good a reception as this since he was playing in Cardiff in the Premier League. Must love it here, Gerwyn Price.
Well, it's all-out attack from the Iceman, and it may result in defend if he goes on to pick up the title for the 2nd consecutive year.
137.
First max of the match, followed by a 137. Gerwyn Price motoring ahead now. Glen Durrant is going to have to rely on a bit of an Iceman meltdown.
12 for tops to take a 6-3 lead. Gets it, absolutely huge. Gerwyn Price has produced some stunning stuff over the last couple of legs to really take control of this game. When he won the title last year, he did have a great performance in the quarterfinals, average 101 against Ryan Searle. But this is the best display we have seen from Gerwyn Price in this arena. Along with his first round win or second round win against Kyle Anderson.
Does are still fighting. Durrant's maximum tally taken to a dozen for the weekend.
Can't shake Price off though.
Yeah, this is the perfect position for an aggressor like Gerwyn, isn't it? He's got in a position where he can just bully his opponent on the hockey now.
97.
You miss, I'm going to hit. Is a message from Price.
60. Claim to require 167.
That just releases the pressure a little bit for Glen Durrant. But he has got his back to the wall here, and it needs to be flawless from him. And it's 42. Not flawless. It's seriously flawed, and you can see how annoyed he is. Glen Durrant is a winner. He was the dominant force in the BDO. He's come over to the PDC and started to win things, but even his semi-final run of the match play, he walked away disappointed, saying that should have been an opportunity I seized. Can he find a 25 and another ball? No, he cannot, and Gerwyn Price might get a chance to move through to the final and continue the defence of his title.
59.
Price
Going to require
poised
170.
to pick off Glen Durrant. Well, it was a big 66 from the Iceman
77.
in the last leg. Durrant races to the hockey, hoping for the same
66.
outcome, and needs it to save his skin.
And he's going to go to that double 18. It's worked so often for him, but it doesn't work for him here. And Glen Durrant must be getting that sinking feeling. He's done something this weekend he'd not done before and made a semi-final on the European Tour, but he had to do something. He's been doing a lot to take on Gerwyn Price, and it doesn't always go well. Because that is a fifth victory for Gezi in 7 matches. Did he even know he'd won it? Did he know he'd lost? Well, it's official. Gerwyn Price, the champion here last year, is through to the final and is 1 win away from retaining this title.